everything falls. So hi, what I have in front of me is this. This thing is supposed to be a descaler, which I bought off of Instagram. Well, actually I didn't buy it off of Instagram, I bought it, well, from eBay I think. And yeah, it is the biggest piece of shit, and it is fucking useless, and it is the same model as the one on Instagram, and I believe that one is useless as well. Anyway, I'm gonna turn this useless thing into a useful thing. I'm gonna turn this thing into a lamp, because yeah, I do not have any need for something such as this thing. Now the battery is dead. I'll try to charge it up, and just to show you how big piece of shit this thing actually is. You know what, I actually have this cable, and I think that this thing can actually work with the cable connected. Just a second. So as you can see, this thing is charging. Oh yeah, and it cannot work while it's charging. Anyway, let's see whether this thing is actually charging or not. Probably not. Oh! Well, that was quick. And there is a green light. Well, anyway, this thing actually sounds quite decent if you just touch the glass. So if you just do not apply any pressure, this thing sounds like it's doing something, but just as soon as you put a teeny weeny bit of pressure, yeah, nothing happens. Now the cool thing about this thing is that it actually has well, speeds. Okay, and it died. So yeah, I'm gonna charge this thing up, and I'm gonna proceed with I'm gonna disassemble it and show you what's inside, why this thing is not working, and turning it into a lamp. So what I actually have is this thing. This one is night core, but it broke. It's no longer water resistant, and the battery is well, long gone. So I'll be moving this diode into this case, and I think that it will be actually quite cool. So yeah, let's do that. I usually do not make tutorial videos changing this scaler into a lamp, right? And I do need to turn on my, yeah, and this thing is too bad. This night core lamp is actually quite nice. Okay, and the soldering on this lamp is, I would say, dodgy at best, but yeah, well. Let's remove the battery just in case the battery has some power in it, but I do think it does not. And a kind of awesome thing is that the battery in this descaler, whatever you want to call it, is bigger, way bigger than this one, with more capacity. So let me turn on my soldering iron, and I do need to put some water on the sponge. Yes, I do. I have no idea where the water is. I need to go to get some water. And yeah, for all of you that are of new age, this is hacking of descaler. Well, let's not call it that, because it's not hacking. So the interesting part, and let me show you this diode under a microscope. Get a load of this. And I will be turning on my power supply. So let's test it, and let's place the minus on this beefy part and plus in here, and this thing should, yeah. Now this is 3.4 volts, and I believe that the output of this thing will be probably 3.7. I'll test that as well. So okay, you know what, let's disassemble this thing, and let me show you why this thing sucks. So first of all, this is plastic, and as I said before, this part is actually, yeah, it's not. As soon as you apply some pressure, it loses the function big time. So basically you cannot do anything with it. So let's disassemble this thing, and disassembly is actually straightforward. I do need to this is actually quite harder than expected, but I'll use this method, and I'll use this method to so 6 screws to put this thing back. Okay, you can actually show this thing under a microscope. Ah, bloody hell, this thing is already the threads on the plastic are well, not that great. Yeah, high quality stuff right there. Since the battery is charging, I'll be leaving it like that. Now I'll need to be a bit creative while removing this thing. But yeah. So, you know what, I'll show even this thing under a microscope. It does look cool, but again, it is useless. And I got the idea, because, well, I'm not quite sure if I needed the lamp or not, because I do have a couple of lamps, but you know, you can never have too many lamps. Anyway, so this is the motor, and let me zoom out a bit. I cannot zoom out more. There you have it, and let's turn it on. And basically that's it. This is the Vibra motor. Yeah, not the greatest solution. So I'm using these wires from the motor, so plus, minus, and this is too short, right? Of course it is, but this thing will be, you know, awesome. So I do need bigger wires, and I actually have some cable for the alarm. I was installing alarm in my house a couple of days ago. Yellow and the green one. Can I do them both? What do you think? Fuck yeah. This thing will be actually very easy project, I think. Okay. You know what, first of all I'll solder the this thing onto the diode, you know, why not? We'll need some helping hands. Yes. But I will be protecting the with heat shrink the plus, just for kicks, you know. Why not? Heat shrink is always a good idea. Now that this thing is done, I just need to set the length, and again, you know, the green one is minus. This thing has been perfectly cut. Yeah, sorry about the lighting. I didn't set everything up in here, but I think that you can actually see enough. So let's solder this thing and see whether this thing will work or not, you know. Okay. Yeah, quite nice actually. And I can lower the brightness, but to be fair, not that much. Okay, off. But you know what, still useful, I guess. Now I'll try to mount this diode, but the cool thing is that this thing is this thing was in here, so the diode will fit perfectly and snug. So that is always awesome. And let's see whether I can actually close this thing. It would be cool if I could, but even if I couldn't, but yeah, I can, you know. So yeah, this thing looks like this. I guess I could probably cut a bit around the diode, but there is no need, since I have this thing. Even if screws are fail, this thing will still be good enough. So yeah. So turning one useless thing into another one, which is, I guess, a bit less useless. So let's put this thing in, and I think I need to bend this thing a bit more. I don't want to screw this thing up, because it is kinda neat. But there you have it, it's a fucking lamp. So yeah, I would say that this thing is way more useful now than it was. And I do have this plastic, which I will be gluing in, I think. But yeah, there you have it. So you know what? Let's test this thing when I turn off the, well, everything in here. So one thing turned off, the other thing, I do have this low level lighting which is always on, but yeah, I would say this is a win. And plus I did not charge the battery entirely, so yeah, I would say that this thing is actually quite a decent lamp. Well, I hope you like this video, and until the next time, I guess. If you like this video, you know what to do. If you did not, you also know what to do. And yeah, cheers, bye. Cool. Now I have to charge this thing up, actually. Looks like it is finger. Just to show you how strong this thing actually is. Yeah. This thing is actually quite strong. Awesome.